In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a post-purchase upsell in Shopify so you can increase your average order value. A post-purchase upsell shows after someone completes checkout, but before they reach the final thank you page. That matters because the customer has already placed the order, so you're not interrupting the original purchase. Instead, you're giving them one relevant offer while they are still in buying mode. I'm Erin from Shopify Mastery. Let's get into it. A post-purchase upsell is an offer that appears after the customer has already paid. It is different from a cart upsell or a product page recommendation. The original order is already complete and the customer can accept the extra offer without going through checkout again. For example, if someone buys a hoodie, you can offer matching sweatpants at a discount. If someone buys one supplement, you can offer a second bottle. If someone buys a candle, you could offer a 3-pack bundle. The key is that the offer should feel connected to what they just bought. That is how you increase average order value without needing more traffic. Now let's set it up inside of Shopify. So before we walk through this together, if you haven't started your Shopify store yet, use our link in the description below to begin your free trial so you can follow along inside of your own dashboard. All right, so once you are logged in, go to settings on the bottom left, and then we are going to click on checkout. So you won't always see a separate post-purchase page section anymore. Shopify now handles this through your checkout configuration. So at the top, we're going to click customize under your live configuration, and then it's just going to bring you to this page. So this opens the checkout editor. This section controls the design of your checkout, like your logo, colors, layout, and overall appearance. You'll notice there isn't a built-in button here that says add upsell on standard Shopify plans. That's because post-purchase offers are not added directly inside this design editor. Instead, Shopify uses supported post-purchase apps that integrate into checkout. So let's back out of here and do it the correct way. We're going to go into apps on the left. We're going to click on Shopify App Store. Then in the search bar, I'm going to type in post-purchase upsell and then click on enter. So you're going to see several options come up. What we're looking for is an app that supports true post-purchase offers, meaning the upsell appears after payment is confirmed, not before checkout. So for this walkthrough, we are going to use a post-purchase upsell app that connects with Shopify Checkout. So I'm going to use this one. We'll click into the app. And then once you are here, what you can do if you find a app is you can click on View Demo Store to kind of have a preview of what it will look like. I already have this installed, but if you don't have it already, just click on Install. Shopify will ask you to approve permissions, review them quickly, and then click Install App. So since it is installed, I'm just going to click on Open. So before building the offer, make sure the app is turned on in the right places after installing. So in your theme editor, we are going to click on Online Store to get to your theme editor. And then I am going to select Dawn. I think it is a great theme for app embeds. Then at the very top next to settings, I'm going to click on app embeds. Then we are going to make sure upsell.com is selected for the post-purchase page and essentially turned on. And then we are going to click on save. If this step is skipped, the offer may be built inside of the app, but customers won't actually see it. Now let's go back to the upsell.com dashboard so you can see the full setup from the top. So this dashboard shows the different places where you can add an offer inside of the customer journey. You'll see options like product page, cart drawer page, post-purchase, thank you page, and order status. Each one is a different moment. The product page is before someone adds the item to cart. So this is good for things like bundles, add-ons, or post recommendations while they are still deciding. The cart page and cart drawer are before checkout. So these are good for last minute add-ons, free shipping offers, or related products before the customer pays. Post-purchase shows after the customer buys, but before they get to the final thank you screen. This is useful because they have already placed the order. So you can offer one more product without interrupting the first purchase. Then we have the thank you page, which shows after the order is complete. So this is better for a softer recommendation, like another product they may like, a next step offer, or something they can come back to later. And the order status page is where customers return to track or review their order. So this can be useful for repeat offers or simple product recommendations after the sale. For this example, I'm going to focus on post-purchase because this is one of the cleanest places to add an upsell without crowding the product page or checkout. So from the dashboard, dashboard, I'm going to find post-purchase page 1, and then I'm going to click on edit. So now you're inside the post-purchase flow builder. On the left, you'll see the pages, conditions, and widgets in this flow. In the middle, you'll see the preview of what the customer could see after they buy. And then on the right, you'll see the upsell.com AI assistant, which can help you create the offer without building every block manually. So if you want to use the assistant, I'm going to click on add a post-purchase one-click offer. So a one-click offer means the customer can accept the upsell after checkout without re-entering their payment information. That's why post-purchase offers can work well. The customer has already made the first decision to buy, and now you're showing them one clear next offer. So then it's going to ask you if you want to use Shopify recommendations or a specific product. If you want the app to choose based on Shopify recommendations logic, you can use Shopify recommendations, but if you want full control over what product appears, choose specific product. So for this demo, I'm going to pick specific product, and then I am going to click on choose a product and then connect the test pre-order product and then click on select. Then they're going to ask if you want it on post-purchase page 1 or 2. I'm going to click on 1. And now you can see the offer from the customer's point of view, the product image, product title, variant picker, quantity selector, discount, price, order summary, and buy button. So this preview is helpful because you can quickly check if the offer makes sense visually before you spend time editing the details. You don't have to finish every setting right now, but this is where you would customize the offer. Click on the product block in the preview, and when you click it, the side panel opens with the settings for that block. From here, you can edit the product title, image, star rating, product details, price and discount, variant picker, quantity selector, order summary, description, accept button, and decline button. So if the product title is too general, update it. If the image does not show the product clearly, you want to change it. And if the discount is not obvious enough, you want to adjust the price and discount section. If the button text does not feel clear, edit the accept button. And if you want the decline option to be softer or more direct, you can edit that too. The main thing is that the offer should be easy to understand quickly. The customer should know what the product is, why they are seeing it, what the deal is, and what happens if they accept it. So once the offer looks good, you want to click on save, and then we are going to go back into the Upsell dashboard and then head to the thank you page. All right, so now I'm in the thank you page. So the thank you page is different from post-purchase because the order is already complete. So this is not the same as a one-click post-purchase offer. It is better for a softer product recommendation or a simple next step. For example, you could show a related product, a bestseller, an accessory, or something that pairs well with what they had just bought. So once you're inside at the thank you page, you want to click on create slot, and then you're going to choose on product upsell. So I have already chosen this, so it's over here, but this adds a product upsell block to the thank you page. So after the block is added, you want to click into it. So you can click on edit, and from the side panel, you can edit the product, text, image, button, and layout. This lets you control what the customer sees after the order is complete without needing to rebuild the whole page. So the simple way to think about it is this: use post-purchase when you want a direct one-click offer right after checkout, then use the thank you page when you want a softer recommendation after the order is already complete. So I want to show you what this looks like after you completed the thank you page. Let's say you added your product title, the description, and everything that you wanted to edit on the left-hand side. Once you click on save, go back to your thank you page. So once you clicked back into the thank you page, how you actually add the block is you can click on add block, and then over here we have product upsell, and then it is going to pop up over here. So here it suggests you may also like this product, and then it has the test pre-order product that we had, and then you can just click buy it now. But they can see that the order is confirmed, and you can also edit that back in the editor. So yeah, after you add this product upsell, it's going to show up on your thank you page, and if you want to make more edits, you can always go back to the app and edit it in there. And you don't need to set up every page at once. You want to start with one page, one offer, and one product that makes sense with what the customer had just bought. Now that you know where these offers can show up, the next question is, what should you actually offer offer. This is the part that matters most because an upsell only works when it feels connected to what the customer had just bought. If the offer feels random, people are going to skip it completely, even if the discount looks good. So instead of thinking, what else can I sell? Think, what would make this order better? For example, if someone buys skincare, the next offer could be the matching cleanser, moisturizer, refill, or a routine bundle. If someone buys coffee, it could be another bag, filters, a mug, or a subscription. If someone buys a phone case, it could be a screen protector, charger, grip, or matching accessory. The best upsells usually do one of three things. They complete the original purchase, help the customer get better results, or give them a deal on something they were likely to buy anyway. That's why a post-purchase offer can work so well. The customer already said yes to the first product, so now you are showing them one more offer that fits with that decision. But keep it simple, you don't need to show 5 different products or create a huge funnel right away. Start with one clear offer that makes sense after the product they just bought. A good example would be something like add the matching refill and save 20%. That works because the customer understands the product, the reason, and the deal quickly. Before you publish the offer, you can even ask yourself, if I had just bought this product, would this next offer feel helpful or random? That one question will save you from adding upsells that look busy but don't actually help the order feel better. Once your upsell is live, give it some time and then check how it's performing. Do not judge it after 1 or 2 orders, but also do not ignore it for weeks without looking at the results. The main thing to watch is whether people are accepting the offer. If customers are seeing it but not clicking, that does not always mean upsells do not work. It usually means something about the offer needs to change. Maybe the product is not the right match, maybe the price is too high, maybe the discount isn't clear, maybe the image does not make the product feel valuable, or maybe the offer shows up at the wrong moment. That is why you want to test small changes one at a time. Try a different product, try a clear discount, try a lower priced add-on, try changing the headline so the offer feels more connected to what they just bought. And make sure you check the experience like a customer would. Place a test order if you can, go through the checkout flow, and look at the upsell with fresh eyes. Can you tell what the product is right away? Is the price clear? Does the button make sense? Is it obvious what happens if you accept or decline? Does the offer feel like a natural next step after the first purchase? That customer view is important because sometimes the offer looks fine inside of the app, but feels confusing when you actually go through the checkout flow. Also, don't overdo it. Post-purchase offers and thank you page offers can increase your order value, but if you add too many offers back to back, the buying experience can start to feel heavy. So start with one offer on one page for one product, let it run, check the numbers, and improve it from there. That is the easiest way to use upsells without making your store feel cluttered. And that's how you set up post-purchase upsells in Shopify step by step. The main idea is simple. Show a relevant offer after checkout, make it easy to accept, and use that moment to increase revenue from customers who are already buying. Most stores focus only on getting more traffic, but the stores that scale also focus on increasing revenue per customer. If you haven't started your Shopify store yet, use the link in the description to begin your free trial and follow along inside of your own dashboard. I'm Erin from Shopify Mastery. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this video helped, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.